Hello beautiful souls, this is Poonam Kaur and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about something really different. As we all know that we are not human beings, we are the spiritual beings having this temporary human experience on this earth. And when we take birth on this earth, we tend to forget everything, whatever we used to be before coming on this earth. So what happens then is none of us actually knows what God is, but each one of us is ready to fight for that God. So in today's video we are going to discuss and know in detail what God is, and also what is God's consciousness, and also how can we step into this God's consciousness. If this topic interests you, then stay tuned with me. As we all know that we are spiritual beings having this temporary human experience on this earth, but let me tell you one thing, that this human experience also comes with pros and cons. Like when we take birth on this earth, we tend to forget everything, whatever we used to be before coming on this earth. That's the important part, to know what we were before coming on this earth. But since we forget everything, we start learning something new, something different. That's not actually ours. That's given to us by this society. Like our name, our religion, our background, our thought process, everything we learn after coming on this earth is given to us by this society. So the society teaches us what is religion, what is God, how we have to pray to the certain God, and how we have to behave in a certain manner. So all of this comes in the pros and cons of having this temporary human experience on this earth. And we have to understand one thing, that this religion was made by humans, not by the God, and God was also created by humans. And if we say that the God who is running this entire universe, do you think that God requires us human beings to fight with each other to protect that God? The God that is protecting everything, can't he protect himself? Yes, that's a major question. So to understand that deeply, we have to understand what God actually is and why we all behave in certain way, the way we behave right now in our present reality with each other. So let's dive deep into it. My spiritual awakening is the best thing that ever happened to me. It's when I stepped into the God's consciousness. So when I realized what God is and how we always are stuck into the matrix and we are living an unconscious life, the life that's not ours. We think the way our society wants us to think. Even our thoughts are not our own original. Even whatever our belief systems or whatever our personality becomes over a period of time, that's not our own. That's not what originally we were. It's all a programming done by the society, right? Now imagine what would you be, or what it would be like before coming on this earth. What you could be: a soul, a spirit, a light that originated from the source directly. The source has many names. Some call it God, some call it Allah, some call it Vaheguru, some call it universe, some call it the source. It's one and the same thing. So we are the light originated from the source directly. The light, the source, the God. When we have a part of that God, that source, that light inside us, that means we have everything that's inside that source. Let me put it in a simple way. You must have heard, as above so below, as within so without, as the universe so the soul. That means whatever is above, that's below. Whatever is inside, that's outside. Whatever is the soul, that is in the universe. And whatever is in the universe, that is in the soul. So it becomes very, very clear that the universe is the bigger version of us, and we are the miniature version of that universe. So whatever powers are lying inside that bigger universe, all of those powers are lying inside us also. But sad part is, after coming on this earth, we forget everything, and we forget who we actually are, how powerful we actually are, and we start living an unconscious life, because our belief system and our thought process and our personality all comes from outside of us. It's been taught to us. It's not what originally we were. And unless until at some point of time we are awakened, we would never be able to know who we truly are, and we would never be able to step into our own godliness, our own consciousness. So how about if I say that we all are gods? It's difficult to believe, right? Unless until we are awakened to that level, our consciousness has risen to that level, we would never be able to understand why I'm saying that. So actually we all are gods in sleeping mode. So if you ask me what is God, I would say God is consciousness. So when we dig deep into what is God, it's the conscious human being is the God. And what is a human? The unconscious God is a human being. Understand? I hope I made this point very, very clear to you, and I have made this very easy for you to understand why consciousness is of extreme importance, why living conscious life is most important for us, and why while living unconscious life we are continuously stuck into a vicious cycle. That's because we are not who we truly are, and we are not able to step into our own powers, and we are not able to live our true authentic life. I hope I made this very, very clear to you. So now we have understood what God is and what is God consciousness. This is the God's consciousness. When we understand, when our consciousness rises beyond what we have learned so far from the society, when we unlock our own true potential, then our consciousness goes beyond our limits, because limits are put by the society inside us. You know, we are limited beings. This is given to us by the society, and God is something outside of us, and we are not capable of doing anything. This belief system is also put inside us by the society. So when we understand that all our life we have been fed with these lies, the truth is something else. The truth is we are far more powerful, whatever we have been taught so far. And when we realize that God is not something outside of us, it's something inside of us. It's that light. Because entire life we think that we are this body. No, we are not this body. We are the light, the soul, the spirit that resides inside us. So we are extremely powerful beings of light. And when we get this realization that God is nothing outside of us, it's inside of us, when we go deeper inside us and we understand this truth, we unlock this truth, that becomes the God's consciousness. And trust me, we don't need any mediator to pray to that God to help us, because we are one. So we don't need anybody. We don't need anybody. This false belief system that was given to us has always duped us into finding someone or the other to go to and to pray to that God for us. No, we are connected all the time. We are connected because we are one. So we don't need anybody. We don't need anybody for that. Now, how to step into the God's consciousness? This is a big question, because unless until we are awakened, we won't be able to understand what I have just spoken. So till the time we live unconscious life, we won't be able to understand any of this. But how to break that unconscious pattern is that seek answers, ask questions. There is much more into the universe. There is much more into your reality. Whatever you are made to believe, there is much more to that. Start asking questions, because as Rumi wonderfully said, beautifully said, whatever you seek is seeking you. So when you start seeking answers, the answers will start coming to you. And that's when you will start realizing that how beautiful and powerful divine being of light you are. Yes, you are not this body, you are not the identity that is given to you by this society. You are something else. And when you realize this, you understand this, and you step into your powers, you step into your consciousness, and you embody the divine love and light, unconditional love for all the humanity, because we are all one. Ultimately, we are all one. As I already said, that God is a conscious human being and a human is an unconscious God, right? We all are gods in sleeping mode, and I'm desperately waiting for other gods to wake up to their godliness and come and join me and make others aware of their godliness. I hope this video helps. I hope I made this point very, very clear to you, and I hope after listening to this video you must have understood that how powerful beings of light you are. You have tremendous powers, but you don't know this because your mind is stuck and filled with the limiting beliefs given to you by the society. All we need to do is we just have to cut these limiting beliefs. We have to start asking questions outside of our beliefs, and when we start finding answers, we would understand who we are. And that's how we would step into God's consciousness. I hope you like this video. I hope this video helps in clearing so many doubts you had till now. And if you like this video, do hit the thumbs up button and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. And yes, don't forget to share it with others who may be benefited out of this video. I'll see you next time. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit, and stay in high vibes. And remember, the sky is to fly. Namaste.